up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if you are Ben Affleck, you have been spotted on a date. J-Lo let it be known to page 6. This is getting messy. On top of that, Jennifer Garner is taking a break from her man. Y'all, Ben Affleck is a scourge. There is something wrong with that man. I don't know how he gets women, but he does. And he is playing them left, right, center, and the third. Okay, so if you guys don't know this, the streets are saying that J-Lo feels betrayed by Jennifer Garner because she feels like Jennifer Garner sabotaged her relationship to Ben Affleck. J-Lo, I don't understand. This woman ain't like you 20 years ago. You somehow think you changed enough for her to see you in a different light. She is not your friend. But forget all that, right? The closer that Jennifer Garner gets to Ben Affleck, the more he can't stand J-Lo. I think J-Lo basically said that Ben was a very dark-hearted narc. I think that he's playing both those ladies off of each other to hide his new relationship with a Kennedy. Now, I know my last video, I looked and I said, oh, Kip Kennedy's old, so I don't think that's her. However, in the Kennedys, Kip Kennedy was also this girl's mom. The Kip Kennedy that J-Lo's people said he was spotted at on a date in the Beverly Hills Polo Club in LA, which by the way is as mixy with drinks, martinis, parties as you can get. Political insider, as mixy as you can get. He was spotted on a date with her. Y'all, this girl is a Jennifer Garner lookalike. Does she not look like Jennifer Garner? Does this woman's face not look like Jennifer Garner? If I can, I'll put pictures up here. Does she not look like Jennifer Garner? On top of that, she is a Kennedy. Why is this more believable? Because you guys don't know. When he was I went into the gossip archives and found this. When he was with Jennifer Lopez, right? One of the reasons why he dumped her and picked Jennifer Garner is because Ben Affleck had political ambitions. I know what you're saying. He's a drunken mess. But if you are American, that does not disqualify you from being in politics, right? He literally he started dating Jen Garner because he thought Jen Garner would be a better look for his foray into being taken seriously in politics. Ben has this deep insecurity with being taken seriously. He thought Jennifer Garner was 100% the better look. Think about it. Doesn't she look like the kind of like New England, Boston politician's wife? The way she acts, what she's into. Jennifer Garner has been rumored to be not a quite nice person, but she has that whole golly gee, I made you some granola. That for a politician's wife, it looks really, really well. Guess what? It looks like Ben has not given up his political angling, his political dreams, and he is now dating a Kennedy. He's from Boston. Dating a Kennedy anywhere in America, I think would be a big deal if you have political aspirations, but from Boston to be dating a Kennedy, come on now. Come on now. Now, it was in page 6. Jennifer people put it in that they keep saying all this stuff about J-Lo this, J-Lo that. Your sobriety, this wedding is hurting my sobriety, but you are on dates at the Beverly Hills Polo Lounge. Again, it is as mixy and boozy as you can get. But for that whole upper crust political and also wealthy actor circle, but definitely more serious. But we all know just because you're a politician doesn't mean that everything's going to go away. So, right? It doesn't mean that you're like going to Sunday school, baby. They be mixing it up with the best of this. Y'all remember? Okay. So, where does this leave? But let's get back into how people are saying that Ben played Jen Garner and J-Lo against each other. Literally went in, destroyed Jen Garner's relationship so she could be used as a pawn to pit J-Lo against her. He could leave them kind of scrummaging and going back and forth, and then he could be secretly off on Kips. How do we know that? Because y'all, this has been directly reported in Touch Weekly. If you guys don't know, I'm pulling it up. Who wrote this? In Touch Weekly. This is by Catherine Schaffstall. They're saying that Jen Garner and John Miller on a break from relationship amid the Ben Affleck and J-Lo's divorce. They said Jen's had so much going on with Ben, it just took a toll. And she and John ended up going their separate ways. It wasn't her choice. this is what I mean about Ben Affleck. J-Lo is a mess, but we know her net. She loves the fame, she's narcissistic, and, to be fair with you, I don't know, like, I feel like all actors, Hollywood stars to be a celebrity kinda have to be, because the industry is pushing you up and you are the product, so you have to focus on the product. You know what I'm saying? However, J-Lo has her issues. She is not an angel, but Ben is a little demon. He literally broke up her fiance. They were engaged to get married, so he could be her mommy slash use her as the person that would deal with J Lo. Use Jen Garner as the in between that he would use to deal with J Lo, and he would have another excuse. Jen, she's not nice to me. I don't like her. She's messing with my sobriety. Jen Garner would come in and be like, "Leave him alone, J Lo. Your lifestyle's not worth it. He likes women that make granola and only wear makeup to red carpet events." And she was doing all this stuff to the point it hurt her relationship. And she got dumped by her fiance, only for him to be at the Polo Club with a Jen Garner lookalike that got political pull, political power. There's something wrong with Ben Affleck. There's something wrong with him. You can't even blame this on JLo anymore. And let's not forget that they went public with this little date. If you believe it to be a date, maybe they were talking about business, right? Maybe it's a business lunch. I don't know. You went public with your whatever it was, meal with another woman who's not your wife after J-Lo filed for divorce. Let's also not forget Ben loves to make sure that he has a replacement before he leaves that last person. Anyway, Jen Garner's lost her man. She said it wasn't her choice. She had a lot going on with them. Imagine thinking somebody is such a child and being so responsible for their outcome that you will completely blow up whatever you have going on so he doesn't end up in rehab. You care more about his sobriety and him being there for his children than Ben even cares about than himself. It's crazy. Um yeah, listen, they said Ben's been turning to Jen for advice and support, and it's been a big source of annoyance for John. He doesn't enjoy competing with her ex-husband for his attention. I bet you the final straw for J-Lo and for that guy, Jennifer Garner's ex-fiance, uh, is when they all took a family trip to Japan. But J-Lo wasn't invited, and neither was John. So it was just Ben Affleck and Jen Garner. And Jen Garner was his mommy slash sober coach, all this for. So I would believe that she genuinely is invested, and this is a role she likes, maybe not likes, but okay, I think she still has a candle for Ben Affleck. You know what I'm saying? But it's interesting the way he ran to Jen for Jen to help him push J-Lo out of his life, got a victim narrative. But Jen's like, I only care about your sobriety. You ruined your relationship. And he's on I can't get over it. You're on a date with someone else. This is wild. Um, they said Ben basically made Jen his personal therapist once he started having issues with J-Lo. She's who he'd run to, but it got even worse after he left J-Lo. When he moved out, he got so incredibly needy. It was one crisis after another. And when he's in that state, Jen is always there for him without fail. Johnny has finally had enough. The insider said that some friends have been saying Jennifer and John's split is all Ben's fault. Jen can be very easy on Ben, but privately, even she admits he's taken up a lot of her time, especially because they've had so much parenting to deal with. Um, listen, but here's the weird thing. Jennifer said she's not interested in reconciling. It's got nothing to do with Jen having feelings for Ben. She's not carrying some torch for him. It comes down to what's best for her kids. Jen is the type of mom who will always put their needs above her. Yeah, but again, he has Jen Garner the same way he had J-Lo. Jen, you realize, right, that if Ben does not care enough about his sobriety and how it affects his children to stay sober, there is not any babysitting you can do. There's not therapy. There's not counseling. That is something Ben needs to do to take accountability. Again, Ben Affleck is a demon. He got every woman in his life twisted around his finger, and now he got a new one. But again, maybe it's a business lunch, but listen, they said Jen's second chance at love has been ruined. Okay, instead of blaming Ben, she takes full responsibility for her life, though her friends aren't as forgiving. Jen's inner circle really likes John and hopes they can get back on track one day. Pals are still rooting for him. Again, this is the thing. Jennifer Garner takes so much accountability for her life. She takes Ben Affleck's accountability. Ben Affleck is such a victim. He put, again, tell me this wasn't some diabolical, demonic work. You use Jen Garner, because I can't get over it. So let's just do a recap, because it's going to be a heavy upload day about the Jen. You use Jen Garner, right, to be your mommy to break up with J-Lo and run interference. You then soaked up all her time to break up her and her fiance, because here's the thing. I don't think Ben Affleck wants Jen Garner back, but I don't think that he wants his mommy slash whatever she does, right, to be in a relationship where he doesn't have time for her. It's giving very narcissistic to me. On top of that, while all this is going on, you're secretly dating someone. And after J-Lo filed for divorce, you debuted the relationship at a boozy lunch spot, which proves everything you were saying about why you left Jennifer was all cap. And what we said when they first got married is true. J-Lo is Ben's option. J-Lo is Ben's option. I'm sorry, J-Lo is Ben's love of the life. Ben is J-Lo's option, and nothing has changed. He humiliated you just like he did in 2002. The only thing that changed is he's now with a Kennedy's daughter. Yo, shout out to the Jennifers. They had a long week. They should actually try to be friends, because Jesus Christ, sisters in misery. And they could get t-shirts and say, I survived Ben Affleck. Anyway, y'all, I'm going to update y'all about this all night. There's so many stories coming out. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.